Summer's a time of plenty. Farmers are busy harvesting the fields, the early crops. It's a time to take it a little bit easier. And for me, it's time to target some specific quarry species. There's no better time to be in woods, whether that's just having a mulch around or just preparing for autumn season, which is one of the main seasons for airgun hunter. All them hides are prepared in springtime, they'll come into fruition in summer. All natural foliage, I'll cocoon them, make them look like they've always been there. It's a great time for just being out and about on land and enjoying some nice warm weather for a change. One of my target species during summer is the wood pigeon. They're a pest all year round. I'll have 2 or 3 broods a year. There's been some changes recently in 2020 to general licence regarding wood pigeons. So please take a look, make sure you're familiar with it, and make sure you stay on the right side of law. As I said earlier, I was building hides in spring, and I'm making use of all these hides during summer. As you can see, it looks very bare, but during summer, all hedgerows grow back, and they disguise your hides well. They can be made from anything. Recently, I'm making them from pallet wood, which can make them nice and spacious, pointed roots to keep weather off you. Crops are growing, pests are hungry, they've got young broods to feed, so now's a good time to control some of them. During summer, obviously it's the warmer months. A good tip is to find water sources. That can be streams, it can be ponds, it can be water trough for cattle. These are always productive areas during summer months. Here I'm inside one of my hides. It's the hide that you saw that I mentioned in spring, where it was bare. It's covered lovely now. On these occasions I target water troughs. Birds are thirsty, especially later in summer when barley's been cropped or harvested. It's a crop that makes them thirsty, and if you've got a water sourcing area, it's a perfect area to amass good bags in a short space of time. Summer's a magical time of year. Wonderful variety of colours. There's a poppy field. These spring up in early and late summer. It's a good time for remembrance. With new growth and plenty of crops to harvest, now's the time to be thinking about rabbits also. The rabbits in the UK cause hundreds of £1 million worth of damage to crops each year. They've been busy breeding since early spring, and due to warmer climate in the UK, they're breeding for just about 12 months a year now. Populations get too high, they'll decimate a whole number of different crops. A good tactic during summer is to find the warrens and use ambush tactics. These can be easily identified by scrapings, droppings and then obviously the holes in the ground. Do your observation work, your preparation work, find these areas and sit yourself within a comfortable range of a warren network, and you'll put some rabbits in bag. Do landowner a favour and provide you with some lovely wild meat for stews, pies and that sort of thing. At this time of year you'll come across 3/4 grown rabbits. They're all pests, but they all need controlling, and in my opinion they make the better eating. Very lucky in the UK. We have 4 seasons, although with climate change they are getting a little bit intermingled these days. We don't quite know where we stand. Seasons are starting earlier or starting later. Or we have a mixture of seasons throughout each season. It's still nice to see and see how the landscape changes. During summer months and the winter months, because you've got your darker nights, using night vision, or you can use a torch mounted onto your rifle for old school lamping. This is a good tactic for rabbits also. All koi species will take advantage of a water source, whether that's for bathing or drinking, or just simply keeping cool during its summer months. I like to have a wander through the woods, see what's going on, do my observation work. And if you're doing your pest control services and you're lucky enough to live in an area and you're controlling your grey squirrels, you might even be lucky enough to see the red squirrel make an appearance. Controlling grey squirrels is difficult in summer. There's too much natural foliage on trees, so you can't spot them that well in woods, and they're reluctant to come to feeders because they've got too much food to find in the woods. You'll see plenty of young birds or animals on quarry's list. There's a young magpie. You can tell by lack of plumage on its head. They seem to have a thinner head at this time of year. You want to be controlling corvids all year round, particularly when young broods have just fledged and left the nest. You can take advantage of the naivety and put a few in bag. It'll help out all other populations of songbirds and young broods of all species by controlling these all year round. During summer months, I like to frequent farmyard areas. It's an all year round attractant, if I'm being honest. There's a lot of spilt grain, a lot of spilt crops, food that's left over for livestock that's getting stored ready for autumn and winter. And all your aquatic species will visit these areas. And if you know your ground, these will produce good results as well. You'll find all species, aquaria, wood pigeons, crows, magpies. Everything will visit these areas, knowing that there's a reliable food source and a bumper crop to fill the bellies with. For me as well, during summer months, I'll sometimes take an occasional break from my shooting obligations. There's nothing better than sitting at the side of a pond or a river and doing a bit of splodging, catching some fish. Like I said, it's time to take it a little bit easier, enjoy the warmer weather. It's also time to think about an holiday. It's nice to jet off, leave everything behind for a few weeks. Put your feet up and just relax. I like to recharge, and then I'm ready for the autumn season that won't be far away from us.